Hello, it's Kevin again. I decided to make another video because it's just easier and I like it more personal, I guess. But um, I really appreciated your video this time because I'm admittedly not an expert on cancer. I mean, I learned about it, but a lot of the stuff I didn't retain, and I've never really dealt with it on a personal level, so I don't know a ton about the ins and outs of it. But something you said at the beginning of your video resonated with me about how you call it your adventure, and I think I understand what you were trying to say, like and maybe this is more a recent thing than what you were talking about, but I have noticed that a lot of the research and there's a big push from a lot of more I guess more progressive doctors and stuff are talking about like psychosomatic illnesses, and there's a big that's become very popular, more popular anyways, like the connection between the mind and the body, and how a lot of these illnesses they're finding now, and that a lot of this stuff is psychosomatic to some degree, like you know that your mind and the way you, I guess, the way you live and just whatever, like, causes the illness to come. And but I think that can be, that type of mindset and viewing illnesses that way can be beneficial for a patient to, like you said, have, like, it's their journey, and it forces the patient to do the introspection of what am I doing that may have, like, what have I done or neglected to do that may have caused me to have this illness. And it's a way of framing disease where it's a teacher, like the disease is there to teach you something about yourself. And that's great and all, but I think especially with cancer, that's not, like, that's probably true for a lot of diseases, and there probably are some diseases that are 100% psychosomatic, but I don't think cancer is one of those diseases, because sometimes can't, like, there's so many other factors at play, whether it's environment or and a lot of these things, like genetic things, those aren't things that people have any control over. So it's not like you can go and like point to that and say, well, you did this wrong and that's why you're now having cancer. It's like, well, no, you don't get to choose your genes. And these are things like your environment, something you might not even be aware of. So it's not any mistake that you made. So, but it also, I think the benefit of it is just for people to come to grips with, and that's a lot of, like, people and whatever, that are coming, people that have terminal cancer, even if they can't, I think that's a large part of accepting your diagnosis, is just coming to terms with, well, this is here to teach me something, and it might be just the way you view life or the way you live your life, and then that's coming to terms with I think that's helpful for a lot of times, for people coming to terms with knowing they're going to die, but I don't know if so I totally get what you're saying, is it's not always, you know, helpful, and with cancer, it's a spectrum, and you're not going to be able to put every illness into that box. But I understand where they're coming from with that, and I do believe a lot of illnesses are more psychosomatic than people think. So I am a believer in that, but I do appreciate what you were saying as well, if that is what you're in fact saying. But aside from that, a lot of the other stuff I said in the other video, I think applies to this video as well. It struck me like it's a very inspiring video, and to hear your story and all that you were able to accomplish while also having cancer, I think that I almost want to show this video to a couple of my friends that have kids that they complain, or they act like having a kid is very difficult, a couple or whatever, and it's like, you're other people, I just like, sometimes when people complain about their kids, I think, well, you know, I see people going to school full time, you know, like, people accomplish a lot and go through a lot and manage to get through it. So, you know, it should, I think, be inspiration to other parents, and just a way, like, to look at your own life and say, well, maybe we don't have it that bad, you know. So that is one thought I had while I was watching the video. What else? Let's see, what were you saying that was interesting? I can't remember now. I should have made a note. Well, anyways, yeah, so I'm glad that you're okay. And I just identified with what you were saying about your doctor and having a good doctor and how important that is, and how it kind of lessens the blow sometimes, having someone. And it's nice to hear that there's good doctors here, and they're, you know, that they took good care of you. I think you're really lucky in that sense, because, and also that your cancer, that you detected it early and everything like that. Like, you got lucky in a bunch of different ways, I feel like. So, but yeah, so I really enjoyed this video too, and I look forward to, I don't know if you're doing another one, but if you are, I look forward to hearing about it. I wouldn't mind hearing more about you're taking care of someone with cancer as well. If you said that was a separate video, I don't know if you plan on making that video or not. But anyways, thanks for the video, and I look forward to learning more for the last couple weeks. Thanks.